What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I would like to welcome you all to another edition of Wayne's Perspective, where we operate in discipline, decency, integrity, and respect. And I'm coming through with another video just for you. All right, y'all. So before we get started, I just want to send a shout out to the fellas once again on behalf of my son and the members of my family, men and women. Just want to wish you all a happy Father's Day again. I know as fathers, we don't get much press and publicity, if you will, when it comes to Father's Day, like our mothers do. But, shout outs to all of you who continue to do the damn thing. Be there for your child or children. Don't never let anyone tell you any differently. Fathers, we're important, just like the mothers are important as well. So again, on behalf of myself, my son, and my family, I just want to once again wish you all a happy Father's Day, and I hope your day was just as good as mine was. I didn't do too much. It was just a regular day for me. But as long as I heard from the normal people I would hear from, specifically my mom, my dad, my son, my lady, my godmom, and other members of my family and good friends, as long as I hear from that core group of people, I'm good. But other than that, it's just a regular Sunday that just happens to be Father's Day. So I don't really take it that seriously. As long as I'm here to see another one, I'm cool. So again, shout out to all of y'all. Also, presently, it is June 28th, 2024. That means it's 1 week before my 40th birthday. So I'm looking forward to that. As far as plans go, initially, I wanted to do a big gathering with family and friends in Petersburg, Virginia. That's where I'm from. If you all don't know, should I say, the newcomers to my channel, if you didn't know or if you didn't check out my introduction, I'm from Petersburg, Virginia, but I reside in Richmond, Virginia. So initially I wanted to do a big gathering, family and friends, DJ, good food and all that stuff, but it didn't materialize. Deep down, I'm a little disappointed at that, but I just got to keep it moving. So as of right now, the concrete plans looks like it's going to be me and my lady celebrate. I have no problem with that at all. We already made the plans. So if there's any changes, I'm going to communicate that. But as it looks right now, that day is going to be me and my lady. We're going to commemorate, my 40th year, or should I say, me bringing in number 40. We're going to commemorate that together, and I'm just thankful to see another one, because so many of us, quote unquote, us, didn't get to see 40. So any additional year that I'm here to see another one, I'm truly thankful and blessed. So I'm looking forward to that. So with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and get right into today's topic. This is going to be a reaction video courtesy of OMG is Dev. Shout out to this brother. Fair usage for the video, fair usage. I like his content. He comments most of the time on my videos as well, and I do the same with him. Now, as far as my channel goes, I would love to see more comments on my videos, but that's up to you all. I'm not going to make any additional comments about that. I would like to see more, but again, it's up to you. But again, shout out to Mr. Dev at his channel. If you haven't followed him already, go ahead and do so right now. I did reach out to him, and we may do a joint video at some point this year. So we just got to coordinate that, considering the different schedules and things like that, and possibly different time zone. I'm not sure where he resides. I'm pretty sure he's going to let me know that after this video is done. But again, shout out to him. So today's video is going to be regarding Camille Winbush and her decision to do OnlyFans. And Miss Winbush, she was best known for her part on the Bernie Mac show. And I'll be honest with you all, I never watched the Bernie Mac show. I seen clips of it, but I never actually watched the full episode. And a brief word on Bernie Mac, if I may, before I get into the actual video itself. Man, I miss this brother, and I'm sure most of you listening to this do. I mean, what an incredible talent, an all-around good dude, a humorous dude. I mean, that dude could probably make you laugh even if you don't want to laugh, And I just think about so many other good things that he could be doing if he was still here. As he alluded to in the Kings of Comedy, he was going to retire and things like that. And he has some plans after he retired. I could see that, he probably would have excelled in movies. He definitely probably would have had a show on YouTube. Can you imagine the Bernie Mac podcast where he would be talking about important issues of the day he would be serious, but at the same time, he'll bring that humor as only he could. Just imagine the guests that would be on there. I mean, it would be a good show. I guarantee you that, and it would be must watch and must listen, or should I say, it'll be a must watch show and definitely a can't miss prospect. I would say that. And I also think that if he did go into retirement, just imagine if he would have came out of retirement and he would have reunited with Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, and D.L. Hughley for Kings of Comedy 2. The first one made a lot of noise, critically and commercially. But just think that in this streaming era that we're in now, with so many more eyeballs on content and things like that, just imagine what they would have been able to do, not only just the theater, but streaming and stuff like that. I mean, they would have made a killing. The name itself, the original Kings of Comedy 2, would have sold that. But to see them four brothers back on stage again with Spike Lee directing it again, I mean, and they probably would have had a bigger platform. I mean, I could just imagine that right now. And like I said, every time I listen to a clip of him or look at some classic movies that features him or anything like that, or sitcoms that he starred in, it just makes me think about what an actual treasure he was, not just to our community, but to, everyone as well. He touched a lot of people, made a lot of people laugh, and we're still talking about him to this day. So again, to Mr. Bernie Mac, I mean, shout out to him. Continue to rest in peace. We miss that brother. Wish he was still here. We need more like him. So I just wanted to throw it in there. Man, I miss that guy. So let me continue on before I get teared out of it here. So like I said, Bernie Mac, continue to rest in peace, brother. So with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and get right into the video. And again, shout out to Mr. Dev. We're going to start this one. I have a lot to say about this, so I'm not going to preface this anymore. I'm going to go ahead and get my screen shared, and we're going to go ahead and check this out. I'm going to offer my thoughts like I normally do. And again, fair usage for the video, fair usage. Here we go.
Okay. What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. And the video ain't even started yet. Y'all the realest ones in it. I appreciate you anyway. Camille Winbush, man. Gorgeous woman. She's been on I mean, if you should know at least Bernie Mac, the Bernie Mac show, but she's been in a few shows here and there after Bernie Mac show is concerned, doing a little bit of this, doing a little bit of that, little cameos here in movies and stuff like that. Launched an OnlyFans. And if I remember correctly, I believe I may have spoken about this 2-3 years ago when she first started doing it. But it's a shame. It's sad. Not only does she have an OnlyFans, but the other girl that played what was her name? Baby girl. What was her name? Brianna? I can't remember her name, but she also has an OnlyFans, also too. And it's really, really sad, man, seeing them from that young and then going up to now doing these types of adult content is really hurtful. I want to know what her parents are thinking. I want to know what her man, assuming she's in a relationship, I want to know what her man thinking about this. Let's get into this video, man. I gotta hear this.
How has OnlyFans kind of like played in terms of like career wise? Has it like helped sustain you? That was a large part of the energy that I saw people throwing at you, like, oh, you don't need the money, or did she go broke? How do you respond to that criticism?
Okay. Well, people that are outside of the acting world have no place to speak on it.
All right. Let me stop right there. Okay. Now, on one end, I get what she's saying. Okay. But on another end, okay, ma'am, this is online. So you should know by now that when something like this hits the internet, people are going to talk. It's that simple. And I'm still getting very annoyed with people who know things are going to go viral for whatever reason. They're going to be online for whatever reason, but expect people to not comment. Okay, when it comes to something like this, and especially when OnlyFans is involved and you're a black woman, that's going to get people talking. I mean, it's no way around that. Now, the only other way around that is if you don't say nothing at all. But in this day and age, you know, people for whatever reason just have to put their stuff online. They just have to do it, knowing that people are going to talk about it. You know, I'm going to wait until another part of this video to offer some other comments because I'm going to go in again as well. But again, you know, if it's online, people are going to talk. You're going to get supporters. You're going to get non-supporters. That comes with the territory. And at this point, you know, man, Miss Winbush, you know what the deal is, you know, and you know, even announcing that you're going on OnlyFans, that's going to get people talking. You just have to know that. You can't be that naive in present day 2024. Let's keep it moving.
When people are saying, oh, those Bernie Mac checks must have dried up, or like from a job 20 years ago when I was a 12-year-old, yeah, like duh.
Because we think the residuals are still coming through though.
I mean, they do, but
it's not.
Listen, if I was on Friends making $1 million an episode, yes, those residual checks would still be very nice. But as time goes on, they get smaller and smaller every year. You're not making the same amount that you were when the show was current per episode.
Right.
So as someone who was just a kid, don't get me wrong, still making good money, but 20 years later, those checks are not sustainable for a living.
To be fair, she has a point. I'm not even gonna cap with you. We've heard, this isn't confirmed, but we heard rumors of the frequent cast members making anywhere from $20,000, $30,000 an episode. Again, this isn't confirmed. $20,000, $30,000 per episode. Bernie Mac show was an extremely successful show as far as ratings, as far as viewership, and there's no telling how far it would have gone if Bernie Mac had not passed away when he did so suddenly. There's no telling what would have or could have happened. My whole thing is about these shows, these 90s shows and kids shows growing up, and TV show, whatever you call it, is a lot of them didn't make it after doing their childhood thing. When you think about Buddy from Home Alone, when you think about Buddy from Just Jordan, when you think about all these damn shows, a lot of them do not make it that far. Every now and then you'll have one that might pop up every now and then in a decent movie, but we're not talking about no solo star show type of situations. Unless you are obviously the Bernie Mac, who's the name of the show. We're not talking about that. But for the most part, when you think about Everybody's Hates Chris and all those other shows, a lot of them didn't make it that far. Where are they right now? Where's her the little girl that played Baby Girl? Where is she right now? She's on OnlyFans. Where's the boy at that played Jordan? Where's the mother? What was her name? Wanda, whatever her name is. Where are they? Again, you see them every now and then popping up in a couple shows here, there, whatever the case may be, and then that's it. Hollywood is so ruthless, man, when it comes to these types of situations, and that's why you have to make sure that you are on. That's why I said earlier, I'm like, I want to hear what the parents have to say, because at 12 years old, I don't think the paycheck will go to a 12-year. I would imagine the paycheck will go to her parents. So was her parents spending all the money?
Who knows?
Because $20,000 an episode, and you had, I think Bernie Mac was like 5-6 seasons. Each season had about a good 15 episodes, 20 episodes. So you do the math.
Right.
Come on now, let's keep going.
And with the industry being as fickle as it is, you can't count on any job to last or even to book a job. So over the years, I have done regular 9-to-5s.
Oh, wow.
I owned an ice cream shop.
Okay, now let me stop it right there. Okay, so again, the brother Dev, he made some good points. Now, getting back to Miss Winbush, okay, the fact that you did 9-to-5 jobs and you have your own business and stuff like that, okay, that's one point. Now, here's why I come in. I'm still going to make some other points later, but I wanted to say this. Okay, now I'm not judging her or anything like that, but one would have to think that with you being on such a show like that, and yes, we all know Hollywood can be fickle and things like that, but I would look at that and say, I mean, you could continue to try and see what's out there because I'm pretty sure with your resume, you could have landed somewhere, and when you look at how much content that we have nowadays, I mean, you easily could have landed on some type of show somewhere. I'm just saying that, in general, like I said, I'm not trying to judge. And like I said, I can't wait until I get to my next point. So I'm going to let her finish and I'm going to let Mr. Dell finish as well. But my thing is to keep trying. And that may be easy to say, on the outside looking in, but you know what? Instead of me continuing on with these thoughts, let me continue on with the video, and then I'll get to my other point that I really can't wait to get into. So let's continue.
For 3 years when I was a teenager.
Wow.
And I funded that with my own money. I taught gymnastics to kids where I was making like $11, $12 an hour. So I've done that.
Wow.
But if I can find a way to make enough to buy a home from the comfort and safety of my own living room, why wouldn't I do that?
Right. Yeah, I think because when I first saw it, of course I was surprised. Like, that's a natural reaction. But I also think that people are probably, they see you in a certain, like a royalty, like a certain air, and the association with OnlyFans gets like a bad rap.
Okay, you know what? Instead of waiting, let me go ahead and go into that because of what that brother said. Okay, now going into OnlyFans gets a bad rap. I wonder why it gets a bad rap. And I think Brother Dev is going to allude to this too. I mean, just think about what OnlyFans is. Okay, it's no sugarcoating that. It's no way of trying to justify it and try to make it seem like it's this positive thing when in reality it's not. Most of us on this internet knows what that site is and what it consists of and what it's about. We all know what it's about. And ladies, here's my main point here. Here's my main question. If you've exhausted all of your options, if there's literally nothing else, you've done this, you've done that, you've tried your own business, you've been on TV, you've been on the radio, you've worked your traditional 9 to 5, you went to school, you've done this and you've done that, and you're not where you want to be. Why is that absolute last resort is something like OnlyFans? Why is that what in some cases it's the first result, but in other cases it's the last result? Why must you all go to that extreme just to make money? I mean, look, with all of the opportunities that are out here in present day 2024, you can go do stuff. Just like Joe Claire said on a classic Comic View episode back in 95, you can go do stuff. I mean, it's no way that you could possibly tell me there's nothing else out there. I tried, this is the only avenue. No, it's not the only avenue. You're making this choice. And yes, doing OnlyFans is going to come with a bad rap. It really is, for obvious reasons. I mean, we all know this. They know this. But why? And it's like with men, and I'm not trying to turn this into a gender war here, but it's like with men, when our back's against the wall and we got to do this or we got to do that, we tend to make things happen. I don't recall too many stories about men going into the PORN industry and doing that because they had no other routes to go. And then again, if you do something like that, you're going to get clowned across the board for even making a decision like that. Whereas with the woman, it's almost like, you got to do what you got to do to survive, and that's that whole, that double standard kind of thing, which I don't really want to go into. But I mean, that's the thing. I mean, why is that the absolute last resort? And like I said, sometimes it's the first resort, but it's like when there's literally nothing else, that's what you go into, knowing what type of reputation that the site has, knowing what type of rap that it gets, all of that. You're still going to go that route. I mean, it's literally nothing else you can do. There's no other opportunities out there. That's the only route that you can take. Man.
as an actor, you play different characters and you get put into all kinds of scenarios. You can play a drug dealer, a drug addict, a murderer, a stripper. People have sex, well, not real sex, but insinuated sex on camera. So how is that any different just because it's a different platform?
How is it any different because it's a different platform? You see, it sounds like it's one of those things where, don't judge me, or, it's accepted here, so why would it be accepted there? I mean, and then you wonder why, or should I say they wonder why they continue to be sexualized and objectified. And I'm not saying that that's right. Nobody is saying that that's right, but man, Miss Winbush, there's nothing else you can do. There's no other way you can apply your skills and your talent elsewhere. There's literally nothing else that you can do. This is like, it's OnlyFans or bust. That's it. So if not for OnlyFans, then what would you do? Where would you go? What decisions would you make? It seems like that's the only outlet to go to. And let me take this even further. So if you do OnlyFans and you're a success, no matter how much money that brings to you, okay, let's say after a while you decide that, okay, I need a man in my life. Okay, let me back up. What self-respecting black man, or what self-respecting man of any race, color, creed, or whatever is going to take you seriously? I mean, think about that. But apparently they're not thinking about this, because all they're seeing is dollars and cents. That's all they're seeing. That's all what this is about. Now, again, I understand having to make ends meet, having to have your money and do this or that. But again, this is your only route. That's it. Nothing else. I mean, okay, did you even try anything else in addition to what you said earlier with the business and with the 9 to 5? Did you continue to try? And as far as I'm concerned, OnlyFans and any adult related content like that, as far as I'm concerned, it's not a last resort. That should be no resort, because there's other things you can do. There's other opportunities out there. You just either refusing to take those opportunities, or you just simply don't want to go that route. I got to get it now. I got to get it now. And then when you get the results that you want, then what? Then if you're objectified and you get all this attention, then it's going to become overwhelming. It's like, I mean, is anyone thinking here? Or is the only thing that you're seeing is dollars and cents, and that's it? Nothing else matters. Help me make it make sense, y'all.
Like, if I'm playing a stripper on TV, would that be more acceptable to everyone if I'm not even stripping on the internet from the comfort of my home? So it makes me wonder, is it the platform itself or the content?
Girl, it's the platform itself and it's the content, because like I just said, there are other opportunities out there. Either you don't want to see what else is out there, or you're refusing to try. And this should not even be on the table as an option. And if she has a child or children, that makes it even worse. So this is what you're going to do. Look, man, let me tell you something. This is not something that anybody should pursue. And again, people are adults. Adults are going to do what they're going to do. They're going to make the decisions that they're going to make. As my mom would say, people are going to be people, but it's not, I keep coming back to this. It's nothing else that you can do. This is your only option. So without it, what would you do? And it makes me sad, because this is a sister here. I mean, man.
Because the content would be the same, if not more.
Well, to answer your question, Ms. Camille, it's not the same to an extent. It is a bit worse. Now, if you're talking about doing like movies and sex scenes where it's like considered quote unquote soft PORN, right? That's not the full on thing, but the difference is what she said, platforms, right? It is the platform. OnlyFans is for explicitly sexual content. So you are on camera, busting it open, doing whatever you damn doing. Right. For money. So yes, it is different. You can't do that in a movie like that unless it's an adult film. movie. But for the most part in Hollywood, on TV shows and stuff like that, you don't do those types of things. Yeah, you have little dry humping scenes and all those dumbass stuff. Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. But no, ma'am, those are two different things. I believe in to an extent, in my opinion, she is a bit misguided and defensive because, again, at the end of the day, she got bills to pay. I didn't know.
Oh, let me stop it right here. Yes, when it comes to stuff like this, most of them do become defensive because there's this whole attitude of I'm going to do what I'm going to do and you're going to shut up about it, or I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I don't care what you say. But then if you're objectified or worse, then you're going to run to the internet first and foremost for some type of support and all of that stuff that comes with it. So yeah, it's not surprising that they would take a defensive attitude, especially when it comes to something of an adult nature or a sexual nature, because that's the nature of the beast here. They're going to get defensive because, you know, you're not going to tell me, you know, that sort of thing. You know, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You either roll with it or you get rolled over. It's that simple. That's the attitude.
I know that she had her own ice cream parlor.
I
What
didn't know
happened to
that
the ice cream parlor? She also said that she taught gymnastics. What happened with that?
And see, when it comes to those things, I mean, you can continue to parlay those things. Now, okay, if it's not getting you where you want to be after a certain period, I get one to do something else. I get that. But OnlyFans?
Those types of things fall through, especially if you're in, like, for example, I don't know if she lives in LA, but especially if you're in an LA where it is extremely competitive 24/7. Excuse me. Extremely competitive. And you know, again, just to piggyback off what she was talking about, being in safety of my own safety and comfort of my own home. I'm going to give that to you. I agree 100%. I'm not going to say I'm for it. I'm not going to say I'm against it because she grown as hell. I don't know who she is. I ain't never going to meet her in my life. Well, let me not say that. I don't know. Maybe one day. But as of now, I don't see myself meeting her, you know, anytime soon. So she grown. She do what the hell she wanted them to do. Do what makes you happy. Do what makes you feel safe. But at the end of the day, we have to stop trying to run to doing these sexually explicit things as a form or as a way of, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, well, this is this and that's that. Like, come on, man. Come on. Let's keep on.
And then to answer your question, my family, my immediate family, my mom, my dad, I told them about it before I did it. And they were supportive. My mom has always been my cheerleader, and she was like, okay, girl, you want me to do your hair? Like, make sure you suck in, get them pictures right. My dad was like, I think that's effing brilliant.
Okay, now, okay. Am I surprised to hear that type of support from the mom? I really don't know. I mean, part of me wants to say I'm surprised. Another part of me wants to say I'm not surprised, but why would you want to encourage this? I mean, one of the first things that should come out of a mother's mouth is, no, I don't approve of this whatsoever. And the father's response is just as bad, if not worse. Brilliant, sir. There's nothing brilliant about encouraging your daughter to do OnlyFans in any aspect. You know, now I don't know if they're looking way ahead and looking at the potential of the money to be made. I don't know. And if that's what they're looking at, that makes it worse too. But no, I mean, it's nothing brilliant about this. It's nothing to celebrate. It really isn't. Now, ask this of the parents. Do the parents know what OnlyFans is? Apparently they do, considering the responses that they gave. But that's what we're doing here. So are we going to enter into another era where the parents are going to celebrate this as long as the child is getting money, when there's so many opportunities around? This is their route. This is the route that they're taking. Unbelievable.
You know, do what you got to do and take advantage of it while you can.
Whatever.
Hold on. Wow.
Yeah, wow was right.
Her parents literally, wow. Okay.
Right.
Okay. That's That's very disappointing to hear. I had a second video here, but I don't think I'm gonna get to it because we already damn near 10, 11 minutes in. So I'll probably have to split this into a second video. That's extremely disappointing to hear, Camille, and I'm so sorry to you. You know, as a parent, again, I don't have kids yet, but as a parent, I would imagine I will be crushed hearing my daughter tell me, hey, I have to go to do sexually explicit things because I can't afford to pay my damn bills. I would have came up with damn near any other alternative that you can goddamn speak of before I allow my daughter to be out here shaking ass and doing ABC 1, 2, 3 on camera. Now,
No doubt.
I'm so sorry that was the response of your parents. Now, I don't know, man. Maybe I think.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it right there. So again, shout out to Dev for his video. I appreciate that video. It was a good one. But yeah, I would be crushed too if I had a daughter and she came to me wanting to do something like that. I would not approve of it, and hopefully her mother wouldn't approve of it either. But I digress. I just want to end this video by saying, ladies, not just my sisters, but ladies in general. There are so many opportunities out here. And it still befuddles me and it boggles my mind to know that when times are tough, when it seems like there's nothing else, you want to go to OnlyFans of all places to make money as if there's nothing else out there for you to do. Are you even trying? You know, I mean, are you trying? And are you trying hard enough? You know, you can't just quit and just take the easy route or figure that, okay, if everybody else is doing it, I can do it too. I swear, you know, pardon me, ladies, but I swear it seems like sometimes y'all pick the stupidest ideas to copy. I swear, you know, I hate to say that, but it seems like day after day after day, that's the impression that I get. But ladies in general and us as a community overall, we got to continue to do better. And I hope that, you know, nobody is out there seriously, you know, pushing for her to do this. But I mean, hell, you got the mother and the father supporting it. So, I mean, that's it right there. So if you get that, I can only imagine what other support she's going to get after the fact. But my thing is OnlyFans, that's the only route that you can take at this point. It's nothing else you can do. Nothing else. That's the only route. And then when the OnlyFans money dries up or when you don't get the support that you get, then what you going to do? That's the thing. Are people even looking ahead to the future, or is the right now the important thing? You know, getting this money, getting this paper, getting this bread, like right now, that's the only thing that matters. Nothing else matters. Man, we got to do better, y'all. But at any rate, man, I'm going to end this video right here. Again, shout out to Brother Dev. And I'm going to, you know, chances are we're going to do a joint video at some point. We just got to set that up, you know, and I'm interested in doing videos with anyone else who's, you know, interested, you know, let me know. So with all that being said, if you like what you heard and you're ready to become part of Team Discipline, go ahead and hit that like button and let me know what your thoughts on this is. You know, do you agree with her decision or do you disagree with it? Or are you in the middle of it? Just let me know. And last but not least, hit that subscribe button along with the bell so you're notified when I drop new videos. And again, next time, my people, take care of yourselves. And remember two things. Not only is the power of the mind valuable, but you do not have to go this route to support yourself. You really don't. There are so many options and opportunities out there. And OnlyFans should not be one of them. Take care, y'all.